a counselor and therapist.
With 6 years of experience, I help people achieve major breakthroughs. I guide you in setting goals and finding the root causes of struggles.
You don't have to struggle alone. Reach out to me. I am here with you.
And breathing out from your mouth 3 times only, so that to bring your all the senses here in the moment. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from your nose. Breathing in from your nose, breathing in all the positivity, all the awareness and guidance from the universe. And exhale from the mouth. Exhaling all the limited beliefs and any other thoughts which is not serving you anymore. Again, take a deep breath in from your nose, breathing in all the positivity, all the awareness and guidance which is required for us from the universe. And exhale from your mouth, exhaling all the limiting thoughts and beliefs and any other thing which is not serving me anymore out. One last time, breathe in from the nose, breathing in all the positivity, all the awareness and guidance which we need today from the universe. And exhale from your mouth, exhaling all the limited beliefs, thoughts, or any other thing which is not serving you anymore. Come back to normal breathing. Breathing in from the nose, breathing out from the nose. Now, gently rub your palms. Rub your palms, make it warm. And put it over your face, to your hands, to your body, to your back. Wherever your hand goes, just give that positivity. Welcome back. Open your eyes with a big smile. So, yes, I am Navina Khandelwal. I'm a counselor and therapist. My educational background, yes, I'm a qualified chartered accountant turned into a counselor and therapist. So, my journey has turned me into a counselor and therapist. I'm very proud and passionate about it. And today, so I'll be taking 2 slots. One is the educational slot from which I start, and that is about networking, collaboration, and how we do business growth through it. So before I start, networking we all have heard, because in a business platform, we come here for networking. That's the whole idea. Apart from whatever happens, the whole idea is how I get contacts, how I give contacts. So this topic becomes very, very important. So, can anyone tell me, okay, we all know meeting, greeting is networking, but still, I would like to understand, there are some key things which happen in networking. Some things which happen, so the thing is, that when we network, the first thing is I go and meet a person. Suppose I come here and I say, hello, Ankita. So, can you see with the confidence I gave her a hand and she took her hand. Why I'm saying everything, today I'll be giving a live demonstration. You know why I say that, see, everybody said, I said I don't require a PPT. Do you take a PPT with you when you go and meet a person? Do you take a PPT with you? I want a yes or a no.
Yes.
You take a PPT with you when you go to network?
Yes.
No, I'm saying not the presentation. When you meet a person.
No.
When you meet a person, do you require a PPT? You yourself are a running mobile PPT for yourself. And that was the whole reason I chose to do this without a PPT, because I wanted to show you. So first is the body language. How I approached, she was sitting. Now, I approached, I gave her and she took it and I hold it. So the confidence with which you hold your hand, that's the first, the body language. You can say, thank you so much. So the body language is number 1. Before that also, how you dress up when you go to network. So suppose this is a known platform. Suppose you're invited to we have two visitors here. Not even if you are known here, but you are invited to some business platform. What is the first thing, even before you speak, when you enter the room and people see you, the first thing is how you dress up. That is very, very important. The personality, because dressing up, which makes you feel confident. Whether it's like for a woman, it's a sari or a suit or a western, whatever you are comfortable, that's very important. And for men, it can be a t-shirt and a pant or a formal shirt with a coat or whatever. Why I say? Because that gives confidence. Choosing the color, choosing the right kind of dress, whatever makes you feel. So before even stepping out, it's very important that you look at the mirror and you see yourself. Are you feeling confident when you see yourself? That is very important, because that is where the first impact or impression you leave onto your customers. See, if I walk in where there are 100 people, I'm telling, suppose you're invited to a BNI meeting, somebody says, hey, can you come as a visitor? And you said, yes, BNI, why not? There are 100 people. Now you are there, and BNI means you can create marvelous networking there. But how do you create an impact among those 100 people? How do people see you, spot you? It's how you, before opening your mouth, before even you start speaking about yourself, how you present yourself with confidence. So, how you shake hands, how is your body? Like there is something called like this is drooping shoulders. So confident is when your shoulders are broad, you look upright and you make an eye-to-eye contact to that person. Like if I am contacting her, I shouldn't be looking here and there. If I shake hand means I look into her eyes and say hello. That is very, very important. So these things people undermine it, but this is very, very important when you enter the room, because that is the first impression you create. Then comes the energy with which you are entering. Suppose you woke up, you were feeling tired. You wouldn't have a good sleep and you have to attend a meeting in the next 1 hour. How do you make yourself energetic? Because see, if I come in a business meeting and I say, hello, how are you? Is it okay? Oh yeah, it's good. Just imagine the tonality. Because I am tired. People are not tired here. So, the tonality matters a lot. I wanted to make this session with as much of demos and as much interactive, so that you understand this is very, very important. Now, when I joined VR1, nobody knew me. I came here as a guest speaker first. But people like that, and I like the environment here. Then I joined here as a member, and within few days I was in the core team. Why? Why did these members chose me to be a visitor coordinator? There is a reason. Because with visitors, you need a person who can create an impact on behalf of the chapter and convince them to join as a member. So a visitor coordinator has to be a person who is very good at networking. So up till now what we have done is your dressing code, your personality, your body language, how you communicate, the tonality, the confidence, broad shoulders, confident eye-to-eye contact, all these things are very, very important. When this is done, then comes how you speak, how you present your business to a new person. That's very important. Because suppose, now I went to Ankita today morning, I'm giving just live examples. She doesn't know me, I don't know her, she's new to this. Now as members, what should be the idea? See, when we business network, we have to make every person comfortable. So it's the responsibility of every member to make your guests comfortable. Now when your guests feel comfortable, automatically she'll start networking with you. She'll start having dialogue with you. Because in networking, what happens? Communication. One-to-one communication is very important. And for communicating, you need to connect to that person. So either Ankita would have come to me and said, hey ma'am, I am here. But for the visitors to start directly, it takes courage. So how about, it's always the guests who approach, always the members who approach the guests. So that when they feel comfortable, they feel part of it, naturally a bonding develops. And from there, automatically after what happens here, they will be influenced because the thing has already started. And it's easier for us to convert them to members. So you would have seen even Prabhakar ji, he went to her, sorry I didn't get your name. So I was talking to Ankita, Prabhakar ji immediately approached and talked to her. So this is how it happens. What I'm trying to say is that when you see a new person, make that person comfortable. That is again, it's your skill. That is one of your skills. How do you reach out to people? And so there is a sequence here. We say what you give comes back to you, which means how you treat other people. Suppose today here you are the member and she is the guest. So how you treat your guests. Likewise, when you go to a new place, you will get a similar treatment. Mind it, this is a very important fundamental thumb rule. So if I make her comfortable today, next time, since I have created, you can say I can use that word karma here, everybody understands a karma here. Why I'm saying this, whatever you give, if you want to be treated nicely, start treating others well. Start creating that bond with others. So you have to give first to receive back. It's very, very important. So once you start doing well by reaching out to others, there is no doubt. It's a science. There is nothing major here. Once you go to other platforms, you will receive a similar treatment. So imagine the kind of networking you are building, magnifying. So your aura speaks. That is very, very important here. So this is some of the things. So again, your personality, your tonality, your body language and communication skills, very, very important. How you communicate. It's just not the tone. One word Prabhakar ji mentioned in the beginning. That was crisply introducing yourself. We don't want stories here. If I have to present myself, suppose to Ankita, what I do, I will just say in crisp, because she has to meet so many other members. We have to respect each other's time. Our president clearly said, respect each other's time and contribute and actively participate. What does that mean? That even I have to be part of that process. And what I mean is, when I come to Ankita, I will say, hey, I am a counselor and therapist. I am part of VR1. I'm a visitor coordinator here. It's lovely meeting you. This is as short and crisp. My details, I will share a card then. That if you need more details, we can have one-to-one. So that encourage her for a one-to-one. This is how you encourage. You don't give the entire story in the first week. You just create an impression so that she remembers you, she takes your card, and then, we have a one-to-one. So the one-to-ones happen after you build a good bond. That is very important. And see what happened. When I told her I'm a counselor and therapist, and she said, because we had time today, she said, ma'am, exactly what do you do? She got curious. So you have to develop that curiosity with the person you meet. so that that person gets interested and wants to know more about you. So then we exchanged few words and she said, hey ma'am, you know, I know someone. Before even asking what I can give to her, she said, hey ma'am, I know someone whom I can connect you with. So the second important thumb rule is, before thinking for yourself first, think about others' profit. Think about others' profit. Because when you think of others, simultaneously, if not that same person, some other person will think about you. That is the thumb rule. So I would like here to ask, I go with you, Sublan, what are the challenges you face when you go with networking? Having heard all this, what are the challenges you think commonly which people have or which you might have faced while networking with people? You can stand up and say.
Challenges, if
You
it
can be a
is
little loud.
challenges, it means like if you go for any new networking unit, you don't know a lot of people. There's only one guy who will be referred you or invited you to that meeting. So to connect with most of the people, you will be having that first hesitation to how to start, where to start, what to say. So that is the only challenge what I can see. And later, once we gel up with everyone, then it goes with the flow. And explaining your feature, like what you do, what your business. That's the second challenge. To get them, understand what you exactly do and to get what we need or what we have to give. That's the only challenge what I can see.
Can we give a big round of applause for them? Because this is exactly what everybody faces. Fear of reaching out. Hesitation comes from fear. Whether I'll be judged, fear of being judged. That's very, very, it kills us within. We feel bogged down by it. And that stops us from creating that aura and persona to reach out with confidence. So, this is very, very important, and thank you so much because this is a common networking I've seen. Networking challenge I've seen for people, hesitation to reach out, and how do you present yourself. So I think I gave both the demonstrations live here. I think it will help you out and all of us and the people who are hearing after this also, because all these things are important. And then in networking, the one more important thing is don't be jealous of people. You don't recall when you start getting jealous of your peer members. People will say, no, I'm not jealous. I'm the only person in this business club. But what happens is, when you get jealous, you have diminished your aura and energy, and that kills the basic of transacting with people. If you see a person is successful, be happy, even though he is not from your domain. Because many a times we start getting jealous of successful. It's normal. I'm not criticizing you or judging if we all become jealous. But be honest with yourself that, hey, yes, I am feeling little inferiority complex or I'm feeling jealous. Correct those energies. And in the next slot, when I take my business slot, I will tell you how you can correct it. Because that is what my USP. 5 minutes total. Okay. So I think educational slot you all got. This was about the networking and importance and everything. I will take 6-7 minutes because I have an affirmation also to tell. So just 2 minutes more. I will just read out this affirmation and you all can just read it once because it will help you. All of you just put your hands over here and just say, I am a social butterfly, and say it loudly. I am open and receptive to networking. I feel comfortable. And confident. Networking with anyone. I am excited. To connect with peers. In my industry. I receive responses when I reach out to people. I build meaningful, authentic connections. I create value in every connection I make. And money flows to me infinitely. So that was my educational slot. Coming to my business slot, which means that I will tell about what I do as a person. I'm a counselor and therapist, as I say. Now, whatever I told in networking, so I may have given you an awareness today. But suppose, as Zublan said, that we are fearful, we hesitate. Now my USP comes that I help you in overcoming all this. As a counselor, coach and therapist, I will help you to overcome all these bottlenecks and help you to raise your mark here. I will take sessions and it depends, I can't say 2 sessions, 5 sessions, 10, depending on where you are. I will handhold you, first try to understand what is your core issue. See, if suppose I am hesitant, if I am suppose having fear of people and I am in a business and I have to network, how do we go about it? Even if I say that you have to speak loudly, make eye contact, it's not easy, believe me. So, I'll give you just a small example. Why this happens? Why are we hesitant of meeting people? Why that fear inside? Because somewhere in the childhood, by my authoritative figures, which means my parents, grandparents, teachers, relatives, or any uncles and aunties around, somewhere in the childhood, whenever I tried to speak, whenever I wanted to do something, people just talk me, oh, what's big deal about it? It's all worthless. My self-esteem was crushed. And since I was a small child, 7, 8-year or 9-year-old, I couldn't rebel to them, or rather I couldn't tell them that, hey, I want to speak, I was crushed. So in my subconscious folder, we all know there's a conscious and a subconscious folder. In the subconscious folder, I stored, I am good for nothing, I can't interact with people, I am not good enough. Although it's a childhood story, but this plays a huge role in how you become as an adult. Even if you have qualifications, all the experience and expertise, but still it is just, throws you out of the game. So my service as a counselor and therapist is to handhold you to reach to that subconscious folder, work with you and remove all these not so good limiting beliefs about yourself, work around you, and when you work with me, with the confidence I've dealt with people, with that confidence I say that I have helped people to bounce back, to integrate all the different personalities and bounce back as a confident individual. That is where my USP, that is what I do as a counselor and therapist. So I think I tried my best. You can reach out to me, you can spread the word among your near and dear ones, how I can groom an individual, handhold that person, and come over all the bottlenecks and breakthroughs, create major breakthroughs in wherever field they are. So this is all about me. I think my session, both the educational and business lot is there. Thank you so much, and pat your back for giving me that patient listening, give your appreciation, and thank you all for listening to me so patiently and holding this space for me. Thank you so much.